Alright, here's a tour inside a stock Rumble Motors Henzo V2. The not as common component here is the speaker box, which is connected to the sound module that provides the motorcycle noise right here. There's no amp in this system. We have a Lingbo controller that is 60 volts. And then here's the battery down here, and as you can see, there's an inch on both sides that would allow you to have a larger battery. But this is a 62 volt battery at 28.6 amp hours. So relatively small, especially with as much space as we have in this bike. There's a lot of additional space inside the cavity here. The battery has about 2 inches of clearance above it, in addition to the clearance on the sides of it. And the controller has clearance front and back. Also where the speaker is, there's a bunch more space. So if I had my druthers, I would put in a battery with likely twice the capacity. I'd upgrade the Lingbo controller to a small far driver controller, and I'd put in dual 6.5 inch speakers with an amp and a Bluetooth module in addition to the sound module. So that way you could have either the sound or anything you want on Bluetooth, and it could be amplified to be a real sound box. The display on the bike here, the only reads in kilometers an hour, and at the moment the bike pretty much caps out at 45 kilometers an hour. Also here we have the indicators for left, right, and headlight and so on. The throttle is pretty small, if you notice, and the only things here on this side that are functional is the on-off switch, which basically enables and disables the throttle. On this side you have a functional horn and functional high beam and functional left and right turn signals. There's also a trigger for the high beam. My preference would be to upgrade all of these to a Z6 throttle with handlebar controls. That would give us the ability to take advantage of the cruise and reverse and 3-speed mode functions of the far driver controller. And then I'd replace the analog display with one of the new Apple CarPlay displays. Here's an update on the Air V2 Custom. As you can see, I've got the handlebar controls all torn down. The displays are off. In the compartment, you still have the stock battery here. Here's the sound module. Here's the breaker. Everything else is gone, and I've started rebuilding. The first thing I've done is put in this 600 watt DC-DC, so that's 12 volts at 50 amps. I upgraded the DC-DC from a 10 amp because I need the amperage to power the sound system that I'm installing. As I took things apart, I labeled everything meticulously for what it goes to and disconnected everything. I also improved connections. There were a number of things that were connected in a not very secure way, so I swapped them out to consistent connectors. This is the current state. The next thing we'll do is stack the far driver controller on top of the DC-DC and install the sound module I've been building right here. So more to follow.